Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. I hope you are all fine and staying safe at home. I am Miss Hobia Fiaz with lecture number 6 and 7 of your subject English. The contents of today's lecture are, first of all, we will do chapter number 4, Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. As you know that we have already done Hazrat Asma in class 8th. We will do some revision in class 9th. It is in abstract syllabus that we have to do this. That is why we are repeating the previous work of 8th class again in class 9th now. Then there is future perfect tense, and in the end we will do phrasal verbs. Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, the theme of the lesson is to know and appreciate how Muslim women stood with integrity and valor for the cause of Islam. Not only did they help the cause, but they were also the role model for the entire Muslim Ummah. Most often, they were perfect examples of modesty, truthfulness, honesty, piety, bravery, and even generosity. As you know, you have already done Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. That is why we have only read the theme for the recapitulation of your lesson. These are the paragraph, the comprehension questions. You have already done them in your class 8. Now you will only have to revise them and learn them. Now we will move on to the second part of our lecture, that is the future perfect tense. The future perfect tense indicates that an action will have been completed, finished or perfected at some point in the future. This tense is formed with will plus have plus the past participle, means the third form of the verb, which can be either regular or irregular in form. For example, I will have spent all my money by this time next year. I will have run successfully in 3 marathons if I can finish this one. This is the structure of the affirmative sentences. First of all, we put will, then we put have, then the third form of the verb, which is also known as past participle. The example is, by the end of this year, I will have taught more than 4,000 students. उर्दू में इस जुमले की पहचान ये है कि जुमले के आखिर में चुके होंगे, चुका होगा या लिया होगा या ली होगी वगैरह आता है. मिसाल के तौर पे आपकी किताब के अंदर मिसाल दी हुई है उर्दू में, हम आराम कर चुके होंगे, वी शैल हैव टेकन रेस्ट. चौकीदार घर जा चुका होगा, द वॉचमैन विल हैव गॉन होम. तुम नाश्ता कर चुके होगे, यू विल हैव टेकन ब्रेकफास्ट. So on and so forth. You can read these examples. They are from your grammar book. Now, how to form these sentences into negative. The future perfect tense may also be used in the negative form to indicate a continuous action will not be happening in the future. The formula will read will plus not plus have plus verb ending in ed और irregular forms. का मतलब है कि थर्ड फॉर्म लगेगी इसमें भी. These are some examples. While translating negative sentences, not is placed between will or shall and have as, वो आम नहीं खा चुके होंगे, they will not have eaten mangoes. तुम नहा नहीं चुके होगे, you will not have taken a bath. वो अदालत में कसम नहीं खा चुके होंगे, they will not have sworn in the court. डाकू ने इसके हाथ पाँव नहीं बांधे होंगे, the robber will not have tied his hands and feet. As you can see in the examples, first of all there is subject. अगर हम पहले सेंटेंस की बात करें तो पहले सेंटेंस में दे आपका सब्जेक्ट है, नॉट आपका नेगेटिव वर्ड है, विल आपका हेल्पिंग वर्ब है, और हमने हैव ईटन यानी कि हैव के साथ वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म लगाई है. इसको परफेक्ट टेंस बनाने के लिए याद रखें 9th क्लास, किसी भी टेंस का चाहे प्रेजेंट हो, चाहे पास्ट, चाहे फ्यूचर, जब वहाँ पे परफेक्ट आ जाता है तो उन सब के अंदर वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म जो है वो लगती है. हेल्पिंग वर्ब चेंज हो जाता है हर टेंस का अलग अलग, लेकिन जो थर्ड फॉर्म है वो सब परफेक्ट टेंसेस में लगती है. नाउ हाउ टू मेक देम इंटरोगेटिव. Each of the above examples are declarative sentences. That is why they are simply making a statement or perhaps answering a question, but the future perfect tense may also be used to pose a question. The formula for these is will plus subject plus have plus verb ending in ed or irregular means the third form. For example, while translating interrogative sentences, will or shall or question word followed by will or shall is used in the beginning of the sentences as क्या तमाम परिंदे उड़ चुके होंगे, will all the birds have flown, क्या मेरे साथी सामान बांध चुके होंगे, will my companions have packed the luggage, क्या मेहमान अपनी अपनी जगह बैठ चुके होंगे, will the guests have taken their seats, उन्होंने अपना काम क्यों अधूरा छोड़ा होगा, why will they have left their work incomplete, हमने इनकी हौसला शिकनी कब की होगी, when shall we have discouraged them, क्या तुम मुकर्रर वक्त पर दफ्तर जा चुके होगे, will you have gone to office at the fixed time. 6 सेंटेंसेस मैंने आपको पढ़ के सुना दिए हैं, रीडिंग कर दी है, बाकी सेंटेंसेस आप लोग ख़ुद पढ़ें और इसका स्ट्रक्चर देख लें कि यहाँ आपका जो विल है वो शुरू में आ जाता है और क्वेश्चन वर्ड भी लगता है जो कि शुरू में आ जाता है उसको इंटरोगेटिव बनाने के लिए. Here is your written task. These are the exercises given on page number 124. As you can see, लास्ट लेक्चर में आप लोग को पेज नंबर का बहुत मसला हो रहा था, बार बार सबको स्टूडेंट्स के मैसेज आ रहे थे, इसलिए ध्यान रखें अभी लेक्चर के दौरान. ये इसकी एक्सरसाइज है, उन्होंने ये गलती नहीं की होगी, इसको आपने ट्रांसलेट करना होगा इंग्लिश में. Here is the next exercise. This exercise of interrogative sentences. अब आपका काम क्या है, ट्रांसलेट 15 सेंटेंसेस 5 फ्रॉम ईच एक्सरसाइजेज. ठीक है, 3 एक्सरसाइजेज हैं आपकी, एक अफर्मेटिव या डिक्लेरेटिव सेंटेंस, दूसरे हैं नेगेटिव और तीसरे हैं आपके इंटरोगेटिव. इन तीनों की आपने फॉर्मेशन स्ट्रक्चर अच्छे तरीके से पढ़ लेना है. कल नाउ फ्रेजल वर्ब. What are phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a verb followed by a preposition or an adverb. The combination creates a meaning different from the original verb alone. Phrasal verbs and other multi-verbs are an important part of the English language. However, they are mainly used in spoken English and in formal texts. They should be avoided in academic writing where it is preferable to use a formal verb such as to postpone rather than to put off. Examples: to get, to obtain. I need to get a new battery from my motorcycle. To get together, to meet. Why don't we get together for a picnic one day? This is page number 158 and some of the phrasal verbs are given on page number 159 also. Words followed by appropriate preposition. This is your homework, your written work. You will have to write 5 sentences from each of the translation exercises and then you will do 15 sentences from this exercise. These are again the phrasal verbs. I hope you have understood the lesson, boys. If there is any problem, you can ask me on the query day. Complete your work, pay attention. Have a good day, boys. Thank you so much.